was on crack the majority of my life, like for a very long time. But because I had a mom who had a lot of sense and who didn't accept a lot of shit, my mama saved me. I could have been you. I was you in my adult years when I reached out to my dad and I tried to build a relationship and we fought physically. Because that's how much I wanted a relationship. That's how much I love my daddy. That's how much I thought my daddy loved me. I fought my daddy with my hands for his love. What I'm saying to you, baby, if your daddy got you listening, I'm not against you. At all. I don't care what he say. I don't care what Snapper say. I don't care what nobody say in the house. I'm not against you, love. I'm not even against your daddy. That's just how he feel right now. Cause he under the scope. He under the microscope. People looking at him. People acknowledging it. People saying what's right. I want your dad to be healthy. I want your dad to love you right. I want Snapper to love you right. I don't think they know how right now. I don't know if parenting classes or family preservation resources will assist in regards to counseling or whatever it is that they put in place. I don't know if that will help. But I'm not against you, boo. I don't care what your daddy say. I don't care what nobody say. It's a bunch of people who give a fuck about you, boo. Who give a fuck about your siblings. And we don't know exactly where y'all live. We don't know exactly what y'all experience is. We don't know exactly what y'all feel. We don't know exactly what you want to say. And you may not even have the words that you want to say right now. Because it's raw. And you love your motherfucking daddy. You can love your motherfucking daddy and your daddy still be wrong. This coming from somebody who daddy was motherfucking wrong. And you can't tell me shit about mine. You can't tell me shit about the love I have for my daddy. A baby girl gonna always love their daddy. But our daddies can be wrong. And our daddies could need help. I'm just gonna be real with you, baby. That's my experience. And if anything in my experience resonates with you, my email address is always open. My phone number is always on my... You can hit the link in my bio. And if you click my portfolio, there's a way for you to contact me. A literal way for you to contact me. I'm not against your daddy. I low-key am rooting for your daddy to feel better and do better and learn better. And I hope for better for your daddy. But I'm also not, and I can't sit by any longer because I was a part of the problem too, of why your life ain't better. I watched it. I watched your daddy spiral. I watched your daddy go through. I watched your daddy hurt. I watched your daddy feel pain. And I never said anything. I laughed in the comments and I stayed silent. I am a problem too. This is how I don't be a problem, sis. This is me reaching out to you, whether you are his kids, whether you are Snapper, whether you are James. James, I don't hope you fail. I hope you heal. The first time me and my dad went to counseling was when I was 24 years old. This ain't a skit, this is my life. The first time me and my dad went to counseling was 24 years old. That was the first time me and my dad fist fought. That it got to the point where we were hurting each other and everybody else around us thought that something else needed to happen to save us, to save any possible relationship that could possibly be there. I can call my dad at the age of 36. I will be 37 in May with anything I'm going through. I will say to you on this day, that same daddy, when I was 24, that I was fighting for, who had never been there and who could never understand my pain, who could never understand my hurt because he was hurting, is the main person I call right now when I'm in struggle. Because he can hear me. We can communicate. We can converse. And I can tell him, Daddy, you did me wrong. And I'm allowing other people to do me wrong because you did me wrong. And it not be no hard feelings. But it took a long time for us to get there. It took a long time for us to get there. It took hurt, heartache, me feeling ostracized, me feeling like I'm not heard, me feeling like I'm the only person going through, me feeling like I'm fighting by myself, me feeling like I'm alone. And just angry. I don't feel like your daddy is bad. I feel like your daddy is a victim of his circumstances. My daddy was a victim of his circumstances. That don't make it right. That don't condone no shit. But at some point, while we trying to be better, our daddy's got to try to be better too. That's the only way we're going to meet. That's the only way it's going to align for us to be better together. My heart is pleading for you. My heart is hurting for you. And I'm rooting for you. Y'all can believe what y'all want to believe, but that's my motherfucking story. That's my motherfucking story. I fought for my life. I fought for a relationship with my daddy. I fought for a relationship with my daddy and my son. I've been working the last 10 years of my life so no other young lady has to feel what I felt. It's not okay to feel alone. It's not okay to feel abused. It's not okay to feel unheard. It's not okay to hold that over your parents' eyes. Like, don't let them make you feel bad for wanting more for yourself and wanting more for what you are creating. Baby, You are a kid, and my hope for you is that you see how much greatness and how many people care about you for real. And you don't take what I just did on live as me riding against you. I hope you take that as somebody give a fuck about me. I hope you take that as it's people out here who don't even know me, who love me. I love you, little baby. And my hope for you is that in all of these calls, in all of the transitions, you stand tall. You know who you are. You are so smart. I've seen you on live. You're so smart. You're so smart. You can advocate for yourself. You can advocate for your siblings. I hope you advocate with your dad to let him know you want more. You want a tighter relationship. You want a tighter bond. You want a tighter love. And that you want him to heal himself. That's my hope for you. James, I'm not your enemy. I've never been your enemy. I've been rooting for you, but I'm still part of the problem. I'm still part of the problem, James, because I've seen it. And I hope that you love your kids enough, even if you can't love yourself in this moment. I hope you love your kids enough. The way I hear you speak about your kids at times, I hope you love your kids enough to allow them the space to see their experience and to want more. That's it. That's all. Ain't no shade, no tea. I'm not coming at you. People can say what they want to say. But one thing I ain't gonna ever play about. One thing I ain't never played about. In all of my positions of working, I worked for pennies for every state agency I've ever worked for. Could barely take care of my own child because I cared so much about other people's kids that I did not see my own kids' needs. And I had to take a step back, and I quit my job and I started building businesses, and I'm making them work to the point I could be there for my kid. We don't do this parenting shit right all the time. We figure this shit out along the fucking way. I'm not expecting you to be perfect, but I am expecting you to do right by your children because I know you care. I have hope that you care. That's it. Ain't no more, no less. Ain't no shade, no tea. This shit ain't funny to me at all. Because I was your daughter. I was fighting for a relationship with my dad. I was fighting for a voice for me to speak out and not make my dad look bad. Even when knowing he was doing wrong shit. Because I love my daddy. I love my daddy. But it took my daddy showing me how much he loved me. It took my daddy showing how much he loved me for our position to change to where we are. I don't know who in your circle, James, but you wrong. You're wrong. That ain't me coming at you. That ain't me trying to make you feel bad. But if you ever needed to hear the heart of your daughter from a 36-year-old woman who's still fighting, who still disagree with their daddy through the shit that daddy put them through, who still trying to figure life out because of what their daddy put them through, it's me. It's me. That's from the bottom of my heart. I wish you could come here so I can tell you myself. I don't know if you can go live. I ain't trying to make a spectacle out of shit. I wanted people to see how easy it was for you to do something. And I wanted your daughter to hear my heart. And I wanted you to hear my heart. From somebody whose daddy was on crack most of her life. From somebody whose mama never talked bad about their daddy. From somebody who's been hurting because of the relationship with their dad. From somebody who loved their daddy from the start. I wanted you to hear that. That's all I got for you. I wish you the best. And I hope you do right by your kids. I hope your kids, from what I've saw of them, your kids are super smart. I don't even know how you're homeschooling them and they're as smart as they are. But your kids are amazing children. They're advocates of themselves. And just because you see people on the internet who are striving to be like advocates for your kids, that don't mean we against you. That means we see the heart of your kids. That means we want your kids to be better. That means we want you to be better. I don't wish no bad on you. I don't wish nobody beat you up. I don't wish none of that stupid shit. I wish you see yourself in this moment as a father. It took my daddy to see himself. It took my daddy to see how he harmed me. It took my daddy to see the mistakes he made. It took my daddy to see how much I loved him for my daddy to want to do something about it. For us to be where we are. That's all I got. That's all I got. For all of y'all. I've seen some things tonight that are just atrocious. And I hope we can be better. That's my hope. I hope that people don't center themselves and people don't center people. That's my hope. I've seen a lot of y'all trying to center a lot of people who don't matter right now. What matters is his children. What matters is what they think. What matters is their experience. What matters is how they feel. What matters is where they're going. What matters is who they're connected to. What matters is how their dad interprets this. What matters is how court goes. What matters is where they live. What matters is what they wear. And if you are a person who was invested as much as me, you're going to do whatever you do. If you're going to make them calls, you also gonna stand up and tell them, I'm gonna be a volunteer. Whether if I'm in Savannah and they in Milwaukee, if I could just give some clothes, if I could just give some shoes, if I could just give a monetary donation, if I could just give some kind words, if I could just send a counselor, if I could just do this, if I could just do that, if I could, whatever you're able to do. Don't just make the calls and be like, I'm done. Make the calls. Make the calls. And also have action after that. Because the action after that is going to determine how these kids live. I love y'all. I'm about to go. I feel like I'm getting a call back from somebody I just called. This ain't for y'all. This was to show y'all how easy it is to be done, to tell y'all a bit of my story, and to show y'all the connection. My story is not his kid's story. My story is not his children's story. Let's be clear about that. They have their own story. And when they are ready to tell it, when they are brave enough to tell it, when they are at a space where they are open to tell it, you allow them kids to tell their story. I'm just telling my experience because my hope, my true hope for James, because I do not feel like James is such a bad person that he is so far gone that he can't see. I think he's so far gone in the cash apps and the gifts that he can't see that what he's doing right now is wrong. I think that we can still speak to him. I think that he can still hear us. And that's my hope, is that he hears somebody. I don't care who it is who's attached to him. But I'm going to do my part. And I'm going to say it's wrong, James. I'm going to tell you my story. I'm going to give my testimony. And I'm going to hope your kids are okay. And I am going to pray that your children are okay. Literally pray. Literally. Because that's what I do. So I wish y'all will. I hope y'all have a good night. But I'm done. If you are wanting to do something, I showed y'all how easy it is. If you care about the kids, if you care about anything, this to me is an important topic. It don't gotta be an important topic for you, but that tells me who you are. And I'm gonna move away. But if this is important to you, you gonna do something. So I hope y'all do something. I hope y'all say something. Hope y'all don't sit on y'all hands. I hope y'all have the numbers. I hope y'all use the numbers. I hope you use your voice, because our voices matter. And God bless y'all. Father God, in the name of Jesus, I just pray right now for James's kids. I pray for his mental. I pray that, God, you are able to show him the harm he's doing to his kids. I pray that you're able to show his kids the harm that's even been done to them. I pray that you're able to allow the love that they feel from their father to also allow them to see the hurt that's also happening. God, I ask that you open their minds. I ask that you open their hearts. I ask that you open the hearts of those who we are calling for resources, those that we are calling for help. I ask that you open their hearts, that they see these kids and they do right by them. We know that our CPS systems are not okay. We know that they are needing help. But we are asking, God, that these children, you cover them. Cover them in your love. Cover them in your blood. Cover them in a hug. Cover them with your heart, God. Help them to feel love even if they don't. And even if they do, allow them to be able to speak the hurt with the heart. But we thank you and we praise you for what you've done. We thank you and we praise you for what you're going to do. God, I ask that you just be you. And you manifest possibility for this family. I manifest restoration in the minds of the parents. I manifest, like, I don't even know how to say it, God, but I manifest like them seeing themselves in you. I manifest you being able to show them who they are and what they've been to these kids thus far. And show them how they can be better. Give them the resources, give them the tools, God. I pray that these kids and these parents see that it's not an attack. I pray that these parents and these kids see that it's love. And these things I pray. Amen. I don't know who y'all believe in. I ain't judging who y'all believe in. I ain't asking y'all to stay around for my prayer. But whoever you believe in, believe in something for these kids. And not just the drama. Y'all have a good night.